Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is my reaction to the Lantern Rite 2023, The Exquisite Night Chimes. This is the second part of the reaction. You can see the first part in the description below. Let's keep going.
Whoa, Madam Ping and
That's so
Cloud
cool that they're just like right together right away.
After all, one arrived but moments before you.
Oh, bless my
Oh my
soul.
God.
To what do I owe the
You can hear like the
honor?
happiness in Madam
How
Ping's
nice
voice.
of you all to come and visit me.
Miss Illuminated Bird, haven't you said anything yet?
Said what, precisely? And why should one be tasked with saying it?
Cause you're the
Cannot
one
believe
who's
this is
known
Xinyue,
Madam
by the
Ping
way.
the longest.
I actually said yesterday, I was like talking to some I posted, I was like, yo, you guys are amazing. The fact that, you know, you guys kept this secret for this long is incredible.
Street word. Or rather,
Still calling her
presumably,
street
you would
word.
prefer to be addressed as Ping?
Oh, Cloud Retainer, you are uncommonly polite today.
Wow. Oh my God, like a little bit of nervousness in Cloud Retainer's voice. A lot of history. A lot of history.
Given that Lantern Rite is almost upon us, the weather in the city is most pleasant, and a sweet floral fragrance lingers in the air.
Okay.
Ganyu, please continue from here.
Oh God. The nervousness that comes with Cloud Retainer here is actually very sweet. Because we know there's like a massive history between them, but like it's not just a history of like friendship. Like we saw the hardships they went through. They all lost a friend. Like not obviously like even Cloud Retainer said like, oh, they were closer than I was with them. But like still it's like it's a hard thing to lose your friend like that.
All right. So, this all started because we were trying to help Mr. Dvorak find the adeptus who saved his ancestor's life.
Ganyu recounts the story to Madam Ping.
Cloud Retainer informed us that the one who played that melody and rescued the drowning man was none other than yourself.
Let me think.
It's a long time.
Yes, I do believe I recall that encounter.
Again, like, you know, one of the first people we met when we came into this event, you know, when we came into Liyue, obviously we met Xinyue first. But like one of the, like when we like came in here, like we just went straight after we went to talk to Madam Ping. And like I didn't know like they were gonna have such a central role in this whole story. Cloud Retainer being nervous is crazy, but again it makes sense.
Ago that was. I'm surprised that you still remember it. Even more astonishing, perhaps,
so cool to
is
see.
the fact that this story has survived this long at all, when mortal lives are so very brief.
Legend passed on and on.
It appears that she has proven herself right.
Oh
once
no!
again.
Who's she?
Guizhong.
We like to call her Guizhong.
Yeah.
From the look in Cloud Retainer's eyes, I sense that she has already told you all about her.
Yes, and like it puts so much more things into
Albeit
perspective now.
reluctantly, one might add.
No, you love talking about that story. You interrupted Pie about it. You said I'm gonna like let me finish my story. And I think that's just who Cloud Retainer is. Cloud Retainer is very like, you know, stubborn. But genuinely did like telling a story.
Harm done. After all, Lantern Rite's very purpose is to commemorate the heroes who gave their
Oh
lives
my God,
for
the wisest
Liyue.
person in the world.
Although Guizhong did not live to see the splendid sights of today, she was as much a hero as any other.
The way people talk about her is so
So,
with such
how
reverence.
has she proven herself right again exactly?
Once upon a time, she said to me that humans were a weak form of life that she wished to protect with her wisdom. But as she interacted more and more with them, her opinions on them began to change.
Okay.
She marveled at the beautiful complexity of their spirits, the sheer splendor of all they could accomplish through their hard work and intelligence. She told us that to underestimate human potential would be to make a grave mistake.
Man, this is why these events like being limited are so like painful, because it's like this is like so important to hear for like our character as well.
With the smallest amount of guidance, enormous power can be
The spoiler
unleashed
phrase
in
is
them,
being said.
and a human who has reached their full potential may well be her equal. Someone who could have as much to teach an adeptus as to learn from them.
She always had a way with words.
Seemed very poetic, yes.
That her mechanical accomplishments were judged superior to one's own was, one suspects, in large part due to her sheer
Haven't let it go. Have not let it go.
Speaking of mechanics, Cloud Retainer, do you still remember that potted plant mechanism? The one that the two of you gave me as a gift?
Of course. Guizhong and one both put an immense amount of effort into that gift. It would be no overstatement to call it a testament to each of our individual technical genius.
As Guizhong once said, it takes every blade of grass and every flower to
Oh my
make
god.
a
Like,
homeland.
the way they talk about Guizhong is like
When I see the sight of
rightfully so. Like, this person who like gave them so much wisdom. I guess like when someone goes, you do remember a lot of the stuff they said and put it into perspective, don't you?
Liyue Harbor before us today, I am reminded of this.
Yeah.
Madam Ping looks very emotional right
Oh my
now.
god, like we saw it, like yeah, been through a lot. Exactly. She's been through a lot.
Of all of us, it was Guizhong who was the fondest of these
Loved a
grand and
party, loved
exciting
socializing
occasions.
effortlessly, right?
If she were still with us, I'm quite sure she would still be trying to best Cloud Retainer's finest works
Wow.
at every opportunity.
Liyue Harbor is always filled with the sound of music at this time of the year. If she were here, one is certain that she would seek you out to discuss and debate the virtues of various melodies.
Oh yeah, music! We've been dying to ask. What was the melody that you played back then?
Yeah.
Oh, also, with you being such a music expert and all,
This
why
would
aren't
be
you doing
incredible.
the concert as a performance?
Especially seeing how amazing they looked in
I
the
can make arrangements
cutscene.
right away.
Oh, as much as I don't wish to dampen your enthusiasm, it's been a long time since I played this zither. My fingers don't have the dexterity they once did. And whenever I play that tune, it always reminds me of her.
I can only imagine.
I start wondering what she would think of the changes I have made to her melody. There was a period of time whenever I started strumming, it almost felt like she was back again. Sitting
Oh
right
my
there
God.
on the stone stool next to me, chatting away. Skybracer and Seagazer too, looking just like they did in the old days. No matter how much time goes by, the moment that melody starts playing, it
Wow.
transports me right back to that time in my memory.
Again, like the reverence
So the
they have for
past
these
still
adeptus
weighs
in this
heavily on
game.
your heart?
Like, and the way they tell their story from the
I
past
would
is
be
always
lying
so
to
impactful.
myself if I claimed to have completely moved
Of
on.
course. Of
But
course.
that is not to say that grief doesn't get easier with time. Despite the sadness, I have found many things that bring me joy in life. It is simply the nature of the world in which we live that even if one wished to mourn for an eternity, it would be a nigh impossible
Yeah,
feat.
the world keeps
Just
freaking
look
moving
at this potted
constantly.
plant.
Constantly.
Isn't it stunning?
It takes an honest and open mind to confront and conquer grief.
Yeah.
You have indeed made progress.
And like, while we can relate this back to like, this what we were talking about with Ganyu last time, where Ganyu was saying a similar thing where it's like the world doesn't stop moving. It doesn't. And the world will keep, progressing. And that's kind of like one of the things where it's like, we have to keep moving, even though things are upsetting and things are sad and like it's easy to look into the past. It's like, no, we have to like keep looking forward and moving forward. And that's like a big theme in all of Genshin. Again, we bring up Vaughn quite a bit. Like we bring up Xiao as well. Xiao's another perfect example. This probably relates even more to this than in most characters, where it's like even though it's like, it would be so easy, not easy. I don't want to make it seem it's easy. I think it's just like the default. Easy is the wrong word. It's the default for someone to like be grieving and kind of wallow in that grief. And it's okay to grieve. And the way, Xiao was working with it was like, Xiao was so sad, but also like was making themselves probably even more sad by believing that they didn't deserve happiness and they didn't deserve to move on. And so we found that kind of like happy, not medium, but that aspect where it was like, yes, have such reverence for the people of the past, but understand that it's 100% okay to like also live your life.
Be that as it may, I shall leave the lantern rite
Wow.
stage to the youth of today.
Well, if you're sure.
It would have been amazing. It would have been amazing.
Granny!
Yanfei!
Whoa, what's everyone doing here? Did something bad happen?
Ah, and now we've spooked Yanfei. No.
It's so cool to
Everyone's
see all
just
these
here to
characters
give
show
me
up.
their
It really
regards for the
is.
holiday.
Oh, that's wonderful, I'm glad. Well, in that case, happy Lantern Rite, everyone.
Every time you say this, it makes you so happy. Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite. Oh, I just remembered that I have some work to do at Yuehai Pavilion that I need to discuss with Yanfei. I haven't been able to find a chance until now.
Okay.
I will leave Mr. Dvorak in your capable hands. Cloud Retainer, Ping, we will be off for now.
Ganyu, thank you so much for everything.
Huh? Does it have to be right now? Which case is this again? Hey, Ganyu!
It's so cool seeing all these different
Ganyu
characters show up. It
still
really
has
is.
much to learn
Yeah,
when it
no,
comes
no,
to
you
the
can see
art
there's
of
definitely an
deception.
ulterior thing happening there.
What a pity. She has learned nothing of one's ability to carry a conversation.
Your ability.
Since it's been so long, Cloud Retainer, why don't you stay?
Oh my
I'll make a
god.
cup of tea and we can chat a while.
A tea in a chat. That sounds so nice.
Gladly. This was one's intention as well.
Yes. Yes. I
When you
love a
next
tea in
see
a
the
chat.
Fontaine musician, please give him my regards. I'd like to wish him the very best with the concert.
Very, very cool. Very cool.
You got it, Madam Ping.
There's nothing better
Thank
than
you
a
all.
tea, a cup
I
of tea,
think
a
you've
mug of
listened
tea,
to enough
and a
of my
chat.
nattering for one day.
No.
As for that melody, I will play it for you all another time. Goodness knows I need to practice
There's
it
a respect there,
first.
isn't it, for Guizhong? Like, the amount of respect they have for Guizhong is so
We'll look
nice.
forward to it.
When that time comes, wherever her spirit may be among the countless grains of sand and specks of dust between the harbor and the mountains, perhaps she will look at the Liyue of today and steal a
Wow.
smile when she sees the prosperous land that it has become.
Especially since she said that, like, she wanted humans to, she knew humans could do so well and see what humans could do. Like, and seeing stuff like this. Like, again, that's why I always, like, when I look at, like, we're looking over the harbor right now, what they do for the harbor. At nighttime, obviously, it's easier to see, but, like, I really feel like that's such a good way of looking at the Lantern Rite Festival. It's like a celebration not only of the past, but it's also like a celebration of progress, because look what people are able to do nowadays. You know what I mean? Look at this is like the modern version of Liyue in this world, and this is what they're able to do. It's incredible.
All right, let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news.
I love this so much. I love this so much.
Ping, what say you to convening more often in the
Yes,
future?
tea every day. Tea in the morning.
That would be quite wonderful. But I must say, after all this time, I've grown quite accustomed to the harbor. When we are to meet, I shall have to trouble you to make the journey.
I suppose
to
you got the
city.
wings. You know, you got the
sound
wings.
just like Xinyue. The child is constantly telling one all sorts
Aw,
of stories
Shenna.
from the city, as if one was partial to them.
Awesome. Amazing.
Have you ever considered moving to the city, Cloud Retainer? There are plenty of people here to talk to. I think you would find it quite the antidote to the monotony of solitude. And if you looked around, I suspect you would find some young minds with an
Wow,
interest
yes.
in mechanical arts. Some of them even worth training.
We shall see.
Oh, that's not a no. That's not a no. That's not a no.
Mr. Dvorak!
There's catching as well.
Ah, and Kuching's here too.
See, I always say catching, but it's kuching. right? Like I'm always really bad at that. Like I understand I'm very bad at that. Like what happens is like literally be on the screen, like the character will be like catching, and I'll be like 2 minutes later, be like, so catching. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just I don't know. I think it's when you don't learn their name before and you're just pronouncing it like with the way like you think it's spelled. You're always kind of like, yeah,
Thanks for
it's my
helping
bad.
set all of this
Catching.
up.
Welcome back. Did everything go well?
Really, really well. We found the person Mr. Dvorak was looking for.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we found the savior. The one who saved everyone. So the one who saved, yeah, the fairy lady saved the man drowning.
I see. So the melody my ancestor heard was an adeptus remembering her late friend? That certainly explains why it was such a powerful and poignant tune.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting first reaction. Guess that comes with having a musical mind.
Talking about
I
the
have to
importance
say,
of the song
though,
itself.
It's hard to believe that the fairy from the tale is now an elderly granny.
Well, yeah.
Oh, Paimon knows exactly what you mean. Normally, adepti don't age at all. But Streetward Rambler, or Madame Ping as we know her, probably only became old because it's what she wanted for herself.
Interesting. So she wanted
Madame
to
Ping possesses
grow older with
vast
humans, I
knowledge
guess.
and great wisdom. Whatever physical form she may decide to take,
Yeah.
her mind and wits are as sharp as they come.
So maybe she saw like
Summed
the
it up perfectly.
idea
That's
of getting
exactly
older
what
as like
Paimon-
being like a almost like a in companionship with the humans in Liyue Harbor, but also then like yeah, I guess you could relate it back as well to Guizhong, and maybe like she feels like helping out the people in Liyue Harbor is like carrying on Guizhong's
What's
will.
trying to say?
I think
Yeah,
Yes.
Kaching is great
I
at
must
summing things
thank
up,
her
isn't
in
she?
person. That can wait until after the concert, though.
Oh well.
For now, I need to devote all my emotional energy to the performance.
Ah, speaking of, Madame Ping wishes you all the best at the music festival.
Yeah.
Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that she'll stay in her usual spot, but listen to the performances from afar.
Wait, are you serious? Huh. Oh no, now I'm starting
Yeah,
to get
relax. Just treat it
nervous.
like any other performance. Like it's gonna be fine.
Okay. All right.
The
Nope,
people in Liyue are
another
so
rehearsal's in
nice.
order.
Like they're so
Please
nice. You
excuse
will
me,
have such a
everyone.
good time. You will have such a good time here, especially the named characters. You know.
Mr. Dvorak? He's already gone. Paimon wasn't even finished telling him everything.
Seems very nervous, doesn't he,
Before
Paimon?
we set off on our search with Ganyu, he asked us about what music means to people. After our recent adventure, Paimon thinks we have a lot more
Okay,
to say
Paimon.
about that now.
And what's your opinion on this?
Share your insights
Yeah.
with me.
Well, we found out that music can be used for good, but also for bad.
Okay.
It can make people happy and moved, but it can also be sad and bittersweet.
All right.
And
Yeah.
music is like a kind of memory written in people's
Yes.
hearts. It can put you in touch with feelings from a totally different time and place.
I think that's an amazing way of putting it.
It sounds like you had an eventful
Yeah.
trip. Don't worry, I'm sure Ganyu will fill me in on all the details shortly.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna carry on working?
Mm-hmm. Just a few things to wrap
Yeah.
up.
Please take a
All the
break during the
groundwork is
Laterite at
done.
some point, gals. Please.
As long as everyone enjoys the festival activities, all our efforts are worthwhile.
Happy Laterite. It feels like I'm saying like
Happy
you know happy
Lantern
holidays
Night
or
to
something to
you as
people. You
well.
know, it feels so good. Please take a break though at some point, the two of you.
That should be everything taken care of, right? Oh, no, wait. Paimon feels like she's forgetting something. What was it? Oh, it
What are you
feels
talking
like
about
it was a while ago. Shoot! Latent... Wait,
Oh, the
no.
bamboo!
Anyway,
Yeah! Oh my god, it's been so long!
emotions.
Oh my god, yeah, we gotta get back to
Zhongli said
Zhongli.
he wasn't in a hurry, so if we went now, there's probably still time, right?
Probably. You know Zhongli. Zhongli
Anyway,
is like...
even if we don't make it, it's not our fault. He could have totally picked him by himself.
We agreed to do it though. We agreed to do it.
Anyway, let's go check with him at Wangcheng Funeral
Are we gonna see
Parlor.
Tao? Are we gonna see Tao? Oh my god, did I get to oh my god, look at Tao dancing! Yeah, they're just... Oh my god. And I saw Yunjin as well. Oh my god.
All right, let's take a break here.
Yes.
Oh wow, look who it is. Are you here to hang out?
Oh, sorry guys, the video skipped. I'll have to watch it again.
Let's go check with him at Wangsheng funeral parlor.
Yes, that's a likely story. Look at the three of them together. Look. I'm getting to see the electric guitar in action as well. Is so good. What's the tapping like? What's that move? What's this move?
All right.
Hu Tao has a confidence and a lack of like embarrassment. Not that she should be embarrassed by this, but you know what I mean? It's like she has such a confidence about her that is so infectious, right? Like to just do this like right in front of everybody like is no easy task. I wouldn't be able, like I don't think I'd be able to do it like that. You know what I mean? Like I used to like, you know, perform in a band and I used to get so nervous beforehand that I'd nearly be dying. And but just, and I guess it's also like with friends as well, it's easy too. But like I just love, like that's why Hu Tao is such a special character. I feel like Hu Tao could like walk into like any room and start like, you know, dancing. I really feel like she could.
Let's take a break here.
Look at having these three characters together is awesome.
Oh wow, look who
Look,
it is.
we're so lucky.
Are you here to hang out with everyone's favorite funeral
Of course.
director?
Of course.
So you're just casually practicing your rapping skills
Rapping?
at the entrance to your funeral parlor? In broad daylight?
See, so I mean, but like I think it's so cool, right? Like I think someone who has like, to me, someone who isn't like embarrassed by stuff like this and isn't someone who like thinks like, oh, like I'm people are watching me is so cool to me.
After everything we've been through, you don't see me for a hot minute, and you're back to being scared of your own shadow.
Look at this. Look, she doesn't
We
care.
have all this open space, a clear view of the mountains behind and the sea in front. Not to mention we have several invisible audience members enthusiastically cheering us on. It's the perfect spot
I'm
to
in support.
rehearse.
I would you three gals do whatever you want.
Invisible audience
Are
members?
you talking with the ghosts?
Gotta say, it took me a few days to get used to Director Who's way of talking.
Yeah, but you're so open-minded though.
Xinyue was pretty spooked too when she first got here. Just like when she sees a frog, but a giant frog.
Oh wow!
with
Wow.
sharp
And by the way,
teeth.
Yunjin's so talented as well. Like this is such a good trio.
Knock it off.
Like you have, like again, I didn't know really about like Hu Tao's rapping talents, but Xinyue is such a talented musician, but also someone who I feel like, you know, isn't someone who's like ashamed to be themselves. Yunjin is all about like performing, like, you know, and showing, you know, true emotions on stage and showing like telling a story on stage. And I really feel like, you know, having these three together is such a good idea. From like, again, like I feel like the three of them like would get along, you know, so well. You know, it makes sense.
What's wrong? I've never seen someone look so confused before. Well, don't worry, because Director Who's here to
I'm not worried,
explain
Hu
it
Tao.
all.
I'm not worried at all.
There once was a Fontaine musician who went around town on a mission. He came door to door for his Iridescence Tour, looking for acts to
Is that your rap?
With my words, Shinyan's chords, and Yunjin as our
That's
mentor,
awesome.
we'll take the stage by storm with flames roaring and the whole audience calling for
Look,
more.
they're actually gonna do a rap. That's so awesome. Heck
For
yeah.
sure. The whole dance floor will be yelling encore! Encore! Oh, now Paimon's rhyming along.
Heck yeah. No, it's good. It's good.
But
This is the
when
best.
you say flames roaring, are you sure this will be safe?
It'll be safe.
Oh, don't you worry about that. I'm pretty experienced
Look
on
at
the
this
stage,
trio.
and I've already informed the Yuhong of all the pyrotechnics we're planning on using.
Huh. Guess we'll just have to trust Xinyan on this one.
Of course, of course.
Oh, Zhang
Have you seen Zhang Li?
He took one of those fancy
No,
meal
this is a really fun scene, and this is why events are so special, right? To get like scenes like this that you wouldn't normally get all the time, and it's I feel like events also allow characters to, like, you know, even though characters are funny like most times anyway, with a lot of characters, they get to be like their truly like ridiculous side of themselves. You know what I mean? The truly like hilarious side of themselves, and like Hu Tao like being into like rap is so interesting to me. But also just like all three of them being together is so awesome. Also, I've said it before. I remember I was talking to patrons about this. Hu Tao taught me that like brown clothes can actually be fashionable.
boxes and set
Didn't
off
believe
for
it
the
before I saw Hu
mountains.
Tao.
Said he wanted to pay a visit to some old friends.
It's a real pity that he couldn't be around for this. As well as being a true connoisseur of traditional art forms, he's able to appreciate Xinyan's performances.
I think Zhang Li
too.
just loves life, right?
Yeah,
Just
that's
loves it.
right. Matter of fact, He was
Wow.
the one who first invited me to perform here.
That's great.
To tell the truth, though, I never thought I'd really find myself rehearsing here one day.
Well, now you know. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is a great location. All of you are always welcome to come and hang out here, especially if you're in the mood to try something
We
new.
should more. We should definitely
I can
more.
speak to that. Hu Tao is always full of fun
Yep.
surprises.
Yep.
And jump scares.
Actually,
That's what you
Xinyue,
want, though.
I have some lyric ideas for your part. Do you want to go through them together?
That's so awesome.
Sure thing. I'm
And
all
Yunshin's
ears.
such a good person to have with you here about
Traveler
performances.
and Paimon, I believe Zhongli was heading to Mount Hulao, so make sure you're hiking up the right hill.
Thank you so much, Yu Tao.
When you see Zhongli, please pass on this message to him. It's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're
Banquet?
planning. No excuses.
I'll pass it on.
You should join us too. It'll be a riot. If there's one thing
I
I've
love
learned
the
from
voice
being a
actor for Hu
funeral
Tao.
director, it's how to throw a party.
Like it's like there's like a real how to like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like at the end of every sentence, it's almost like they are like, you know, reciting something sometimes, like at like a funeral sometimes, you know, be sure to arrive at the mountain, and I would love to have you at the banquet. It would be incredible. You know, like they're doing like I don't know, like it's like I don't know how to describe it. Like it's such like a kind of like I don't want to say bouncy, but like I love the voice acting. Hu Tao is such a sweet character.
Okay, everyone. I think that's a long enough break. Let's take it from the top, shall we? Ugh, Ms. Eunice, such a strict mentor. These breaks aren't even long enough to have a sip of tea. Well, you were desperate to get involved, and this is what it takes. If I gave you half the chance, you'd be sipping tea till nightfall.
Yeah, tea.
Hey, how about I treat us all to some late night snacks once we're done? Hu Tao, what you craving?
What you craving?
How about some stir-fried filet with a side of crab roe tofu?
Where are we gonna find crab roe tofu so late at night?
We could always just go pester masterful chef Zhongling.
Oh, we're gonna get sea shelling as
Now
well.
I'm hungry. All right, let's knock this out and then go grab some food.
It literally is just Hu Tao's world. I think we're all living in it.
Seize them!
You know?
It's illuminated deer and illuminated bird number 2.
Illuminated bird number 2. Long time no see.
A familiar face. Have you come from Liyue Harbor? How is the city nowadays?
Everything's great, but you know, if you're so curious, you can always go and check
Oh
it
yeah,
out
and
for
you'd be
yourself.
very welcome.
In fact, Mooncarver has been taking many walks on Mount Tianheng in recent times. I believe the sights of the city are quite familiar to him.
Zhongli, here you are. We've brought the bamboo shoots you wanted.
We came directly here.
Impeccable timing.
So you made it into cook medicine and the shaper. Oh wow.
Traditionally, bamboo shoot soup ought to be slow cooked for many hours on low heat. Using Adeptis arts to hasten the process is something of a shortcut.
Okay.
Wait, that mechanism. Is that?
Indeed. Cloud Retainer kindly lent me her supreme cuisine machine.
Can we not just call it a cooking machine?
I think Supreme
actually,
Cuisine is like a
never
great
mind.
marketing. It's good marketing,
She
you know.
seems to take a lot of pride in her
at the
mechanical
shop.
gizmos, so it's probably best if Paimon doesn't go changing the name willy-nilly.
Yeah, she's
I trust
very
that you
proud about
found
that
the
stuff.
answers you were seeking during your recent journey.
Sure.
Excellent. The past should be remembered, but not overly dwelt upon. Our journey should be seen as a means to take on more from the world around us. When the bamboo shoot soup is ready, I must insist that you try some for yourself.
Of course.
Oh, Zhongli, Hu Tao told us to tell you something.
She said get back to
She
work.
said it's up to
No.
him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses. When she says performance, she must mean the Lantern Rite Music Festival. As for the banquet, she didn't tell us anything
That sounds so
more about
fun.
That,
That
but she
sounds so
invited us
fun.
to come as well.
I hope we get to see it.
As you can see, I have a prior engagement with 2 Adepti friends of mine tonight.
Okay.
Please, Give Director Hu my best wishes for the performance.
It makes perfect sense that during the Lantern Rite that, like, someone like Zhongli would like to spend it maybe with, like, some adeptus.
As for the
Right?
banquet, since the director insists, far be it from a mere consultant
Heck yeah.
like myself to refuse.
Heck yeah.
Yay! Then we'll see you there?
Absolutely.
Paimon's little kicks. Oh, that absolutely was so sweet.
Rex Lapis, the bamboo shoot soup is ready.
Thank you.
This
I
is
will
what
examine
grounds
it
the
right
adeptus
away.
to me. Hey, let's have some soup, you know?
The appearance is exquisite, and the aroma rich and intense. The craftsmanship of this machine is commendable indeed. Since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed. Please, take some soup.
I always
It
forget I'm
tastes
just
most
reacting to this. I'm not actually
exquisite
playing
while
because
still
I was like, oh, we're gonna have soup in our inventory now. But no. I always forget I'm literally just watching this.
I intend to reminisce with my old friends for a while longer. You ought to get back to Liyue Harbor. There is a performance you do not want
Look
to
at this
miss.
backdrop as well. Thank you so much, Zhongli. Sorry, I just got distracted by the backdrop for a second there, Zhongli. Yeah, thank you so much.
Had one known that Cloud Retainer was in possession of such eminently useful devices, one would have sought to borrow one from her long ago.
And yet, since you share my lack of enthusiasm for mechanisms and fine dining, it would have become a mere decorative ornament in your
The
abode.
voice acting, man.
Not so. Had one had such a device to make up for one's lack of culinary prowess, Shenhe would not have had to rely on flowers and herbs alone for sustenance
Oh,
while
no.
under one's care.
In that case, shall we rendezvous with Cloud Retainer one day soon, and request
So
to
they're all
borrow
taking
one
care
more
of Shenhe
supreme
together?
cuisine
Like
machine?
one after the other?
A fine idea. A fine idea.
This grounds
indeed.
them so much. Like, it grounds them in reality so much, and I love it. I really do. Okay, here we go. Come on, gals, you can do it.
I'm honored to be here on the Iridescence
Yes!
Tour stage. All right, without further ado, I'm Xinyue. This
Yeah,
is
you are.
TAO.
Oh,
This is
TAO.
a little something called
No. No! What?
The Blaze Lilies!
What, the Blaze Lilies? Oh my god. The Shangling! Oh, the Xiao was there too.
I'm up here blazing trails through the midnight sky.
What the hell?
Lighting up the world below.
Yeah,
When
chills.
the crowds all hear my voice, they'll meet the spirit of rock and roll.
Yeah.
Go! Hey, you butterfly, you too buzzing by. Way to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh! Alright,
Go on,
fire,
Utao.
watch it blaze across the
I look at everyone up and look.
I'll spit
Music
my mind,
show's
what
coming.
you said, or you'll get burned.
Tell him. Tell him.
Woo!
Tell him. Oh my god. Oh, look, there's everyone watching up there as well.
Plans tomorrow? With another year behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own. Be my treat.
Wait a second. That was. Can I? Before we move on, we need to watch it again. We need to watch it again. Like, to me, that was like, I don't know, it was so fun. It was just so fun, and seeing all the crowd as well pile in too. Oh my god, my face is gonna hurt from smiling.
All right, without further ado, I'm Xinyue. This is TAO, and this
Look
is
at the
a
two
little
of them.
something called
And we're I can't get over this.
The Blaze Lilies!
The Blaze Lilies. Just look at everyone running along here as well in a second, you'll see it. Look at, they're like, come on, let's go. Look at that crew. We're showing you as well.
I'm up here blazing trails through the midnight sky.
Yeah.
Lighting up the world
I'm smiling so
below.
much.
And when the
I look at
crowds
them,
all
I look
hear
at the
my
crowd.
voice, they'll meet the spirit of
And they wave over at us.
rock and roll.
The spirit of rock and roll.
Hey, you butterfly, you too buzzing by. Guiding your way to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh! I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe.
And look how supportive
Spit my
everyone
mind,
is.
what you said, or you'll get burned.
You get burned.
Woo!
This was perfect. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. I've seen that GIF a million times, but now I know where it's
Does
from.
anyone have any plans tomorrow?
The
With
two
another
peace
year
signs.
behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own.
Oh,
Be my
Yelan's there
treat.
as well.
Interested?
The Tianquan footing the bill? I can't miss out
She
on
looks
that.
back. I can't get over this. What did she get there? Sorry, I want to watch that scene again. Just not this scene, not the scene that we won't go through this again. I just need a second to calm down because I'm not going to be able to pay attention to everything else. That was so fun. That's why I count, guys. The fact is, we're catching. I'm going to probably get really sad by thinking about this. We're going to be caught up probably by the end of this year. More than likely the start of January, end of this year, which means next year's Lantern Rite, I'm doing it with you guys. Like, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to do it like with you guys and do all the events with you guys. And we'll do a thing where like we'll make it like, if I know how the Lantern Rite works, if it's like a whole, if it do new events unlock every single day, but we'll do them all the time. Like when there's a Lantern Rite thing, we'll make it like a special event on the channel where we're like do Lantern Rite like for the whole like time it's there and all this stuff, and like we'll do all the events. Like I'm gonna be able to do all the events like this, and like the fact that like this is a limited event, and like I'm so proud of Hu Tao, I'm so proud of Xinyue, but like also just everyone being so supportive. It was great. It was so good.
Does anyone have any plans
We're so good.
tomorrow? With
And look at
another
these
year
three.
behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own.
You always
My
do.
treat. Interested?
The Tianquan footing the bill? I can't miss out on that.
Great transition. Oh, there's Baiju and Chi-Chi as well. What did they hand you on? Oh, Chi-Chi. There's Xiao. Xiao's still working. Xiao, it's literally a night that's like dedicated to like people like you. Please. Well, dedicate to his friends, I should say. Look at this. Xiao should get a time off. Give Xiao some time off. Right now. Well, he can give himself time off. These transitions are incredible. Look how pretty this is. Look at the crowd. That little child's loving it. Oh, Yo! This is good. This is amazing.
Master, listen!
And there's Madam Pig as well. Heck yeah, Ganyu. If anyone deserves to let one of these off, it's Ganyu. The music's so good. Look at this as well.
May the year ahead be a blessed one.
And I cannot. I cannot.
It shall be.
Shenhe? Of course, Shenhe's spending of a cloud retainer. But I would love you to come to the banquet, Shenhe.
The Xiao lanterns,
Elementary.
Elementary.
One shall fashion for you a Xiao lantern, the likes of which the world has never seen. And you must take it to Liyue Harbor to display its magnificence.
This
for
music
all.
is so good. And look at you, you're doing it. Oh my god, this is truly a special thing. It's so special. Oh, bye, bud.
Listen, that must be Madam Ping!
Wait, is she actually playing? She's playing in the distance. Oh my god. And they're playing the guitar. This is... There's Hu Tao. Yeah, scare everyone, Hu Tao. Scare everyone. Oh my god, this game has the best characters in the world. Holy hell. So pretty. So pretty. It's so incredible. Like all this. Like what is like these events are like a celebration of these games. They are. They're like such a celebration. Like it's almost like seeing all those characters together, seeing all of them in the crowd, seeing what they're doing during the Lantern Rite, and seeing what it means to every individual person as well. It's so amazing. There's still 47 minutes left. What is the Lantern Rite? Part 2 complete. So is there a part 3? With the banquet. The banquet. Please say yeah, it has to be the banquet. It has to be. Between facades and familiar faces. Oh, you can talk to people as well. There's Yunjun and Xinyue.
Okay, now I need to get a move on.
You were amazing! You were amazing!
Listen,
You were the best!
You only just fulfilled one lifetime dream. Are you really thinking about your next goal already?
Don't try to tell me you ain't the same way. I bet you've already thought up a name for your next opera, haven't you?
You know me too well, Xinyan. The Adeptus Seeking Voyage. How does that sound?
Oh, man! Yeah, I can already picture
It's the
it.
best. It's so good.
I've also got just the finishing line for it. I'll close with, and the celestial melody echoed through the clouds forevermore.
Lovely. Absolutely lovely.
Traveler, hurry! It's almost time for us to
It
join
is.
the town for dinner! Ooh, and we'll be meeting at Xinyue Kiosk. It's the place with a really long wait list.
Hoots, this event and seeing her recently again, and like I just think Hu Tao in general like was like one of the most I think that in terms of like they're one of those characters that, because I think I have different lists for different characters, as you know. I have different lists for like most fun character to play as, my favorite characters in terms of story, my favorite characters in terms of just like being like a character that I love. There's also like my favorite characters that have the best design, and I really feel like Hu Tao like is one of those one of those people that like crosses nearly all four. Because if I remember correctly, when we got to use Hu Tao as well on a trial basis, Hu Tao was like so much fun, like so much fun. So I wonder if it's like one of those characters that like crosses off every single like in this. I actually might make a list of like all like that'd be fun, right? Actually, right? If we make a list of like my top 10 favorite characters' stories, my top 10 favorite character designs, my top 10 most fun played characters, top 10 funniest characters, and like then we could do like a top 10, like we could do like a list of characters that cross over, like, or maybe we could even check like which characters are on each list, you know, because I'm pretty sure Hu Tao will beat each one. Maybe not like, no, like I think it's story as well, because like the actual story mode for Hu Tao as well was like actually very emotional also, once you get deeper into her character too. So I think like it is one of those characters that could be like across all of them, like, because I think that as well, like even like a character like Vaughn can make us laugh sometimes, but I don't know if they're like clearly not meant to be nearly as funny as Hu Tao. If they were, that'd be very strange, you know? Yeah.
As expected of the parlor director, always so generous. Come on, let's go.
Heck yeah.
Oh, so that's how
Wait,
it
look
is.
what's that. Wait.
Thanks for the suggestions, Mr. Zhongli. I have them all noted down.
Dream dinner rotation.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli, but I never knew that you were well versed in the art of cooking, too. It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
That's super cool to see.
No need for formalities. I too feel humbled to be in the company of such talented young people. There are many things I could learn from you.
Amazing.
Oh, you flatter us.
Xinyue.
If it's possible, may I trouble you to provide a few words of guidance for my practices in exorcism?
Exorcism? I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by discussing...
Oh, you're gonna get interrupted?
Whoa, there's so many people here.
Oh, poor Xinyue was gonna get some advice on that stuff.
That Hu Tao invited Zhongli over. Paimon never thought we'd be meeting so many old friends.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
Likewise.
I'm like lightheaded from smiling and
Please take a
laughing so
seat.
much. Is this what Lantern Rite is like all the time? You just get this feeling constantly of like
Happy Lantern Rite!
happiness?
Are you having fun?
We're both.
Me too. I've seen Xinyan perform before, but this is the first time I've watched something like this.
Shining, it's always good to
I
see you
heard that
too.
the audience loved it too, and she's been receiving quite a lot of performance invitations lately. She's more busy than ever, and Yoonjin's gonna help her.
Yep, and they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to everyone. They hope we'll have a wonderful gathering.
It's cool to see
The
Xinyue as well
performance
outside of
was
like the exorcism
spectacular
stuff, you know?
indeed. However, it gave Xiangling a huge burst of inspiration, which in turn gave us a bit of a headache.
Us? Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, is beside the point. Watching you eat was enough for me.
Oh, okay. Especially with his stomach problems.
I probably shouldn't have burdened Chongyun with
No,
eating my
we know
share
what you do, Xiao, right? You're best friends, but like you are like constantly like poking fun at him.
Hold on. Xiangling came up with a new recipe? Let Paimon try!
See? Someone here knows how to encourage people. Thanks, Paimon. Oh,
Is this like the
and I
three
have to
sweetest
thank
voices in the
Mr.
world as well, by the way?
Zhongli, too. He gave me lots of useful pointers that really drove it home for me.
Oh, so that's what you were talking about before we arrived.
Yes, Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our conversation naturally revolved around
Around
cooking.
food and stuff, I guess, yeah.
Zhongling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both ingredients and spices are comparable to a melody dancing on the tongue. My suggestions were nothing more than the icing on the cake.
Oh, the two of you always deliver.
Well, we actually cooked with Xinyue at one point. It was really fun.
Anyway, I'll get everyone to have a taste after I've adjusted the recipe based on Mr. Zhongli's advice.
Heck yeah.
That sounds like it might become a little safer to eat.
How about I sample the dishes
Yeah,
next
Xiao,
time?
you don't have a good stomach.
Speaking of eating, Paimon feels like we're missing someone. Oh, Huta was the one who invited us, but she's not here. And
Yeah.
Guoba?
Oh, Guoba volunteered to help Dad at the restaurant.
What a beast. What a beast, Gooba.
Lots of people come over to eat during Lantern Rite. Without Guoba helping out, I probably wouldn't have had the time to accept Hu Tao's invitation. As for Hu Tao...
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to stay here and host you for the time being.
I mean, Zhongli is a host.
Seems
Fantastic.
like it's almost time.
Huh? Hu Tao went to fetch someone in person? Oh, that must mean they are super important. Could it be Kuching? Ningguang? Or...
Wait, is it going to be none of these now because you said this?
She didn't clarify. And as her subordinate, I couldn't just pry into the details, could I?
The idea, by the way, of Zhongli being the subordinate, like, makes perfect sense. And at first it's all like, oh, he's a subordinate. But then, like, after when you think about his story and how he just wants to live a normal life and loves living a normal life, it becomes very apparent why, like, he would love being, like, an employee, you know? He wants to, like, sample what life is like, you know? A burst.
Ta-da!
Who'd you bring with you? Who'd you bring with you?
We're not late to the party, right?
We're?
Right?
Never,
Good
never.
thing the conqueror
Xiao!
demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh, we made it just in time.
The best. Oh my god, Xiao. This is incredible. Xiao coming to a banquet. You deserve it, Xiao. And look, we react right away. Look at that. I'm sorry.
I see. So the important guest is the conqueror of demons. I've been looking forward to...
I'm sorry, but like, that's how important we are to each other, by the way. Both of us locked eyes immediately and we're like, you? Yeah, you know?
The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise. Gathered here with us tonight are not only young and accomplished individuals, but also the protector of Liyue's peace, Adeptus Alatus.
The most
convene
incredible
here
character
with
of
all
all
you
time.
is indeed a great honor.
Sounds like, oh god. A few days ago, Wang Shuin, a few days ago. They've
It's
obviously met
almost
each other
Lantern,
before.
right?
Yeah.
Yet you took all the trouble coming here.
The director has a way of making it difficult to decline.
Right.
Rex Lapis, may I ask what troubles you?
The director asked me to buy sesame oil in preparation for the celebrations.
Xiao's so
Then
tall.
why would you come all the way to Wangshu Inn?
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Xiao and received some spices from him. And, see? Here's some matsutake and a portion of ham.
Portion
What
of
about
ham.
the sesame oil?
It's a shame. I couldn't find the kind the director was looking for.
Okay.
I'm sure you're exaggerating, Zhang. Sir.
Sir, yeah, obviously, like, they don't want to reveal, like, hey, we have known each other for a very long time. Because, like, for a second, I was like, oh, was this this thing? But no, they wouldn't have known each other. They would have known each other for a very long time. And they actually have a very big care of each other. But I also love how, like, Xiao will talk to Zhongli, like, in such an official manner. Like he does full titles, like, I guess, sometimes. But then, like, I guess at this dinner, he's going to say Zhongli, you know, because he's usually like, Rex Lapis, you know?
There he goes again. Enough with the pleasantries.
I can't believe Xiao's going to sit down for dinner with us. And we know Xiao loves a good dinner. Like, we know he does.
Probably heard about one another to some extent. Some of us are even old acquaintances.
That's such a good way of putting
There's no
it.
need to be this formal.
Wait.
I heard that the Conqueror of Demons and the Traveler are pretty close, no?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Great. You two sit together.
No problem.
You should take a seat too, director.
Oh? finally remembered me.
Oh my god, she's so
when
playful.
we arrived just now, the host at Xinyue Kiosk told me our
So
dishes are
good.
almost ready. Perfect timing.
We know Xiao
Let's
loves a
not
good
wait any
dinner.
longer and
We
ask
know he
them to bring out
does.
the food.
And Xiao uses food to remember like his old friends as well. Delicious food arises in pleasant scent fills the air. Y'all okay?
Paimon would have never guessed the person who Tao went to fetch was Xiao.
Never in a million years. There's another chair
Oh.
though.
That's also the first I've heard of the Traveler and Paimon being friends with the Conqueror.
Oh my god,
of
you have no
Demons.
idea. You have no
You
idea.
know Xiao Chu?
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. I've always looked
What?
up to him.
For real?
You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons for many generations.
Oh my god. Okay.
Dispelling evil together, both in the open
What's Xiao
and
gonna
from
say
the
to this?
shadows. Hard to imagine that thanks to Hu Tao, I've finally gotten the chance to meet him. Conqueror of Demons, I'm honored
Oh,
to make your acquaintance.
I wonder if Xiao's gonna take this.
Likewise.
Likewise.
It is
Okay,
a great
Xiao.
honor
He's letting
indeed
out his
to have
guard a
the
bit.
chance to meet the legendary Conqueror of Demons. Changyun has brought that name up quite a few times in the
Yeah,
past.
that's how you know they're best friends, Xing Xiao
I
and
remember
Xiangyun.
you mentioning wanting him to understand the importance of exorcists.
I love how they are so like again. He always pokes fun at Xiangyun.
We know each other too.
Yeah.
He helped try my dishes during the Masterful Chef's cook-off. I didn't think we'd have the chance to meet again. Happy Lantern Rite.
So sweet. So sweet.
No anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person. I'm Xingqiu, Shangling and Changyun's friend. The pleasure is all mine.
See, that's why I feel like I always get again. I'm still so bad at pronouncing names, right? So let's like put this
No
better.
anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person. I'm Xingqiu,
Xingqiu,
Shangling and Changyun's friend.
Xiaoling,
The
and
pleasure is
Xiangyun.
all mine.
Yeah.
Whoa. Everyone's getting all formal and polite all of a sudden. Paimon doesn't know what she should say anymore.
And like Kuta's right. Everyone here is like the best at what they do.
Xiao, mighty conqueror of demons.
No, no, no,
Greetings too.
no.
Belated happy Lantern Rite.
Belated isn't the right word to use here.
Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay?
It's
Don't
still
be too
yeah,
hard
because
to
it's not
find.
belated. It's still not
There's
launching
no
right.
need to be so polite.
You're right. This was meant to be a nice little get-together between friends after all. Too much formality kills the atmosphere.
You have no idea how special
I
this is to
didn't
me.
plan this gathering only for everyone to walk on eggshells. Hiya.
Yeah.
True intention then.
A little get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea and watching lanterns float into the sky.
Heck yeah.
Bidding farewell to the past and embracing the present with joy. And that is something our consultant would say. I think it deserves a standing ovation.
Let's go. Everyone's all clapped in the lantern, right? Oh, that was a quick clap.
Indeed. Exceptional acting skills, Director.
As for me, I'm just here to have fun and treat everyone to something good. We all worked really hard this year, whether traveling or guiding, cooking, helping with the family business, exorcising evil spirits, or conquering demons. And of course, our consultant,
Yeah.
who's been helping out at the parlor.
This is all I want. I
every
want
now
everyone
and
to take a break. I just want everyone to
has
take a
done
break.
Some pretty amazing things. As the one who brought everyone together, it goes without saying that I'm the one most deserving
Of course.
praise.
Of course.
Huh? Sounds kind of self-important, but Paimon thinks it's pretty amazing that she managed to talk Xiao into coming. He rarely ever enters Liyue Harbor after all.
Yeah, well how did she do it? Because usually like
It wasn't
with
as complicated as you think.
No? Because usually all we usually see is oh wait no, we're gonna get the interaction between the two of them.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, boss lady.
It's not boss lady, just boss.
Again, we're all living in Hu Tao's world.
What a
We are living in
lively
Hu Tao's world. We're just lucky to be living in this world.
Adepti Xiao, guardian of Wangshu Inn, hero of Dihua Marsh.
You know what? I now know what I mean when I was talking about earlier, right? It feels like the voice actor when they're performing Hu Tao. That's what it is. It's like Hu Tao has their own world. Everyone is like invited to the world and living in that world. And Hu Tao when they speak is like you can tell the voice actor is kind of like almost like I don't want to say a performance because like I feel like Hu Tao is like very much themselves, you know, with a tinge of like, you know, turning it up to 11 sometimes. But I feel like Hu Tao is like, and I mean this in the nicest way possible when I say this. It is a character who is living like in their own world, that is also merged into the real world that allows everyone in, is polite to people, but it just I guess sees the world in a completely like different way than other people see it. And you can hear it in the voice tone every time they speak.
I know you're there.
Like, look at this. Like, living by different rules.
Quiet. Do not disturb the peace.
Oh my god, Xiao.
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name, would you?
I know you. You're the 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral
Xiao
Parlor.
just standing up here like this as well, like arms crossed. Again, is there something you need? Xiao loves helping
sound
people.
like one of Hu Tao's antics.
Yep.
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hu Tao would stop pestering him?
No way. No way.
There might be other reasons.
Smart guess. Huh? There's more to it? It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the funeral parlor's past relationships with the guardian yakshas.
Okay.
You know, just to be sociable.
In the time of the Archon War, disputes were frequent, and disaster overtook the land. Humans couldn't escape from the torment of the plague, nor could they escape death. The adepti vanquished the demons. The Millelith fought valiantly.
Look at this sweet
And
character.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor
Look at
was
this sweet character.
responsible for purifying the diseased and sending off the spirits.
Wow,
of
that
the
is
dead.
that is a very
That
big.
is how the border between life and death was
Yeah.
maintained during the war. And it effectively prevented further incidents from happening.
That's
That's
really
right.
interesting.
1 point for the consultant.
So there is a deep rooted connection with the Wangshen funeral parlor then with the Archon War.
Their deep-rooted connection, it still took me quite a while to actually convince him.
That's really, really cool. Was he worried about his karma?
You know him pretty well, huh?
This is our boy.
This matter is out of my control, so I need to be cautious.
This is our boy right here.
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why everyone here today is in one way or another acquainted with elemental power.
Okay.
Besides, it'll only be for a short while as we dine together.
Yeah.
There won't be any lasting consequences.
So I believe Perilous Trail was definitely before this. So I think what Xiao, of course, Xiao is still feeling those effects. Like, you know, obviously told him that we can come here and like hang out with us. But I think that like one of the main reasons maybe that he like maybe was a little bit open to maybe coming here and hanging out with people with elemental power was that we kind of like said like, hey, there's people that do want to hang out with you, if you remember that correctly, which was a very sweet moment for Xiao as
But
well.
I didn't expect there to be so many people.
Oh, when you get dragged to it,
There's
hang
no
out and
need
it's
to
like
worry,
a full party.
Conqueror of Demons. We're not feeling anything unusual so
Yeah,
far.
please, yeah, reassure
Our
him, reassure
young
him.
exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy, so
Awesome.
he's probably the most resilient.
I still think it's like very, very Xiao, of course, to still worry about like people in that sense, and like of course, like he, like you know, the idea of the karma stuff as well. Like this is going to be on his mind forever, which would make perfect sense, you know.
Anything unusual so far.
And Xing Xiao, you
Our
please
young
reassure him.
exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy, so he's probably the most resilient.
Heck yeah.
That's not the same.
No.
And did you just toss your carrots into my bowl?
No.
Hey, don't look away.
Did you actually do that?
What?
He is like
Siding with
that friend
Changyu.
that's always like
I saw that
poking
too.
fun at you.
You're lucky Guoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picky with their food.
Shaggling.
If he'd seen that, he'd definitely make you eat all your
The
carrots.
lecturing going on.
Huh? Guoba would do that? Is he that uncompromising?
Can I just say how funny it is that Xing Xiao literally like waited for Xiangyang to turn away to throw the carrots into it instead of just like you could just leave the carrots. No one's gonna freaking. I guess like you don't want to be disrespectful. I guess I don't know.
Now that I think of it, Xianglin told me that Guoba used to be the stove god.
Oh.
It sounds like you've heard the rumors.
So okay, is that something we knew? Like the stove god. So they were talking about the stove god before. You seem pretty quiet. Is
I'm
everything
doing
okay?
fine. Not long ago, before Lantern Rite, I met an old friend.
Sorry, just didn't interrupt you. Like I just wanted, yeah. So that means we have like again, it's hard to always remember everything. If that was something that was said before, I'm not sure. But like I guess Gooba's like the stove god, and then so we have Xianyue is Cloud Rotator, stove god. We now have Zhongli as well. We now have seen Guizhong. So like we've seen kind of like different forms of all of these gods now, which is actually pretty, not all of them. Like some of them still we haven't seen like all full forms of them, but actually it's pretty interesting to look at it this way. You seem pretty
I'm
quiet
doing
today. Is everything
fine.
okay?
Not long ago, before Lantern Rite, I met an old friend. Thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable than before.
Thanks, an old friend.
You should know him. He's...
Who is it? The wind? What?
Seeds of story, brought by the wind.
And cultivated by time.
Venti?
Did Paimon just unconsciously complete that thing?
Wait!
That voice.
No.
Could it be?
No. What? There's no way in hell. There is no way in hell it's Venti.
If I'm not mistaken, there's someone knocking at the door.
Knocking?
Don't just sit there, Zhongli. Go welcome our guests.
Knocking,
in.
they announced themselves
No
to the
such need.
wind.
I'm coming in.
No, it is Venti, isn't it? Yeah. You could, Erica's voice you could hear from a mile away.
You finally let
Oh my
me in.
god, what?
Hello, hello.
Hello.
No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand new encounter.
That's so amazing.
Old friends and new. Happy Lantern
Happy
Rite.
Lantern Rite, Venti.
Oh, it's the tone deaf.
Why would it's your best friend? Xiao being surprised as well.
He seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. It looks like we're gonna be friends.
Xiao just like
Fate
literally
has brought us together, so
kicking
come
down
on,
the door of
take
wind.
a seat and be my guest. Help yourself. Oh, I'll ask them for another set of cutlery.
just like that. Sit down.
This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers in the morning's rising sun. She no doubt is the one with the most authority here.
This is what, like, okay, first of all, this is like something I did not expect to have Xiao and Venti here, but what's so funny about this again is like, this is like, we said Hu Tao lives in her own world and everyone's just living in it. This is going to be a world off, because if there's another character who lives in their own world, you know, it's definitely Venti.
Whoa, these dishes look amazing. Is it really okay for me to join in? All right.
Oh, that didn't even wait for an answer. Very Venti.
Huh, it's you.
Oh, isn't this Xinyue?
Xinyue?
Oh, the pen name. Oh, no.
Yep. Now that I've taken a closer look.
Okay, Venti.
You're
Good,
a
good,
fan of
good.
Xinyue's works, aren't you? I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention.
Good cover.
I wish we'd met sooner.
Very good cover.
I never expected that there'd be another person in this world who could interpret Genyu's new novel
Wow.
as thoroughly as I could.
Incredible cover.
Venti, you're being too humble. Considering your poetic talent, your fundamentals are way more impressive.
Oh, look at this sweet little interaction.
Could this new guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
Yeah, he's our pal too.
Yeah, Xiao, you remember me too, right?
That's
we had
incredible.
a chat not long ago.
What did you chat about?
Yes. Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer to Lantern Rite.
Oh, you were destroying things
I
at
was
that time.
patrolling Dihua Marsh a few days ago when I happened to run into this.
You were in Dihua Marsh?
This.
You've already forgotten? I'm a bard.
Oh my god, anytime we get to see Venti, we're so lucky.
Bards go around singing wherever they like.
Heck yeah.
Oh, right. And this bard was performing in Dihua Marsh.
For who?
It was a moving melody.
Wow.
And it made me feel relaxed and at ease. I couldn't help but stay and listen.
Xiao stayed and listened to a song by Venti. That is incredible.
Thank you for your patronage.
So that's how it was, I see.
I understand now too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. It's a pleasure to meet you.
We have two archons literally sitting at the table together across right beside near a freaking yaksha as well. Near a descender. Near an exorcist. Near a funeral parlor director. Near a famous author and owner and inheritor of amazing company. Near the best cook in all of Tevat. And near the greatest soul who ever lived, Paimon.
Friend.
And I'm his boss. Oh, and if there's anything unsatisfactory, let me know anytime.
That's very considerate of you.
This is awesome.
No wonder. Only a boss as savvy and reliable as you would be able to hire such an impressive consultant.
Venti changes the whole energy of a room
Oh, you're
when
too
they enter
nice,
it.
Venti. Not to brag, but our consultant truly
Yeah.
is impressive. His knowledge extends across the stars and the land, and there's nothing throughout history that he doesn't know. From the sophisticated way he speaks, it's hard not to suspect that he could very well be an adeptus in disguise.
Oh, okay. Xiao. Now there's 3 people at the table who know too much.
Xiao, you're an adeptus?
What?
Do you think it might be possible?
Hu Tao, what do you know? Hu Tao, what do you know? Because it's not an adeptus we're looking at.
I'm only good at conquering demons. I'm afraid I don't have much knowledge in that matter.
Not just an adeptus we're looking at, I should say.
But Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable.
Play along, Paimon, please. Yeah, play along.
Huh? Oh, right! Xiao's a warrior. He doesn't come to the city very often, so it's, pretty normal for him to not
That's more
know
than playing along, Paimon.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? I've actually heard a few things about Mr. Zhongli before. The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who,
Oh, right.
instead of having wine at Mondstadt's finest tavern, ordered a cup of hot tea with the most complex name.
Sounds very
Now
like
that you
Zhongli.
mention it, I seem to recall that there indeed is a musician like yourself in Mondstadt. I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his works witty and vibrant. It's no overstatement to regard him as the best bard in Mondstadt.
Venti's gonna love this.
Now
No,
you're
you love
making
it.
me
You love it,
embarrassed.
Venti.
I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is a little run-of-the-mill
You tell him.
sometimes. There's one I heard a while back that went, "The old house is renewed, welcoming the spring breeze, awakening old memories." The meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's a distinct lack of literary flair.
All right.
I think so too. The composition needs a little jazzing up. If I were to give it a go, I'd make it an old melon on a vine, a new flower that grows fine.
With the 2 hats and the flower.
Good one. It feels unique and has a nice ring to
This is
it.
what I mean. Like, this is like the irresistible force meeting the immovable object.
You have great taste, Venti. I was afraid about you. Let's shake hands.
Let's shake hands.
Of course, of course.
What is this interaction between these two?
Hey, Shincho. Mind lending me a few books when we get back? Pick out some well-written ones.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it's my own lack of literary knowledge, but I couldn't tell the difference between those two.
Oh my god.
I don't think it's your fault.
I can't believe, like, again, this is why this game is so good. It's not just me who they picked up on this. They made it intentionally, right? That, like, they are 2 characters who feel like they are in their own world, who feel like they're, like, so similar in so many ways. And when they shook hands, they have the hats, they have their personalities. Like, they both, like, rocking the boat. They love making people feel slightly uncomfortable. It's so good.
Chongyun's right. It's not our fault.
Paimon, come watch and learn from Hu Tao and Venti. This will come in handy for your ugly nicknames.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is the Tone Deaf Bard here? Are you here to take part in Lantern Rite too?
I heard that Liyue will be hosting a Lantern Rite music festival this year. As a musician myself,
Heck yeah.
how could I possibly
Is it
resist
is
the
it not
temptation
over
to
though?
come take a look?
You know what's funny though as well? Like we said, Hu Tao speaks like she's speaking at like a public convention all the time. Venti speaks like he's about to introduce a song at all times. Venti speaks like this. Come one, come all. And then Hu Tao speaks like this. So in the future, that when I'm talking like this, you know that I'm trying to be clear. You know, like they both speak in like their own like talent, I suppose.
Or listen. Getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration, don't you think?
Music festival wasn't planned beforehand. Yeah.
As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, I saw him near Stone Gate the other day. The Iridescence Tour has finally been held successfully for once, so I had to congratulate him. Don't think anything of it. By the way, I was watching as you entered Xinyue Kiosk, but no one seemed to notice me.
No?
Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain someone deliberately ignored
This is what I mean.
the sound of the
Loves
wind?
rocking the boat.
Whenever Lantern Rite comes around, Liyue Harbor becomes bustling with activity. People are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and they might just go travel somewhere on a whim. It is rather difficult to predict another's whereabouts. The festival is in full swing and proceeding
Look at these
smoothly,
sweet characters.
and we're all gathered here with friends,
This is such a
new and
gift.
old. This is no doubt a wonderful
For sure,
occasion
it's
worth
such a
celebrating.
gift. This whole event was such
To
a
come
gift.
together with all of you at the beginning of the year, one can't help but be filled with joy. In a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my case, tea in lieu of wine.
Lovely.
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. That was exactly what I wanted to say. Now I'm getting a little self-conscious. I didn't cause you too much trouble barging in like that, did I?
No. Don't worry.
We usually drink wine during occasions like this over in Mondstadt. But since Mr.
What?
Zhongli
What?
insists on drinking tea, I'll give a toast
What?
to tea too. Everyone, thanks for the treat.
You're not gonna drink wine?
You're welcome. As the host of this gathering, I hope everyone enjoys the food
Okay,
and
I mean,
drinks.
okay.
May this year be better than the last. Considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to later, sticking to tea seems like a good idea.
You okay, Xiao?
All of a sudden, they started proposing toasts. Should we?
Xiao?
What's with the urgency?
Are you done eating? Want to head out for a walk? Okay.
Sure.
Oh, this is like the time at the party when you see, like, you know,
Have you
you're
two
like, hey,
finished
can we
eating?
go have a chat for a bit?
It's always
DMC.
nice to have a breath of fresh air after a meal. Helps with digestion.
I don't know if they're called that, but like we called them DMCs.
Yeah?
Don't worry, we'll be back soon.
Okay then. Don't forget to come back.
We will. I know Paimon gets upset when we're not around for too long. Interesting, we have to walk around with Xiao. Look, all these characters hanging around the place as well.
It seems like our new friend is an expert in wine.
Yes.
I deserve no such praise. I only drink for fun. It's nothing compared
Yeah,
to
fun.
your
It's fun for everyone as well. Everyone loves it.
I'm glad we're only having tea today. What if I got drunk and said something
Oh,
nonsensical?
that couldn't be you. That couldn't be you.
I'd surely become an object of ridicule to someone I've just met.
No such thing. I wouldn't dare disrespect the director's guest.
You're not allowed to leave Paimon here alone.
No, we won't. We won't.
To be honest, Paimon's worried about saying
Okay,
the wrong
yeah.
thing.
Did you talk about anything interesting before we started the meal? Anything fun I missed out on?
Oh, we were talking about cooking. Mr. Zhongli told us that he went on a trip to Xiaoyang Village the other day and got a hold of some uncommon ingredients. Tea seed oil and sesame oil. He suggested I try using those in my new dishes.
Oh, no wonder he left his post for so long that day. Those ingredients would be difficult for anyone else to find. I guess I'll need his help next time as well.
Really, really sweet to see everyone talking like this together as well. And there's the two best friends.
About you and Venti.
Xinyue
Could
noticed,
he be a partner in your family business?
but not noticed. Didn't
That's
notice
right.
enough.
You know how my family is. A lot of business secrets can't just be divulged at the dinner table.
Ah, just as I thought.
Oh, Xianyue. Xianyue's like, yeah, of course. That makes sense. You okay, Xiao?
Let's depart. You go ahead.
Sure. Are you okay? It's our sweetheart right here.
Are you alright?
Are you alright? Yeah. It's okay to be upset. You can tell us everything.
It's hard to describe.
Yeah?
It's not that. There were those among the adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. Sometimes they would call up a few others for a drink.
Right.
Even I got dragged along to their gatherings many times.
Okay.
The adepti all have their specialties, making most of them proud and arrogant. Everything they say is straight from the heart. It never gets too complicated. But this time...
I understand. It's all Venti's fault?
No. I didn't mean that.
Yeah, no, I don't think
so
you would.
know his true identity. I'll get straight to the point.
So it's about the two of them being a god?
The Animo Archon is a free spirit, and his temperament is as carefree as the music he plays on the flute.
Right.
It's easy for a god like him to live in harmony with humans, and that's something I might never be able to do.
Oh my god, you don't have to be like, yeah, you don't have to be.
That does sound like something you would
But obviously
say.
he's feeling this right
No
now,
matter.
right?
I know my circumstances.
Right. But that's what this whole
Whenever I
story has
think
been
of the
about.
ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels strangely novel.
Yeah. But like, it could be, that's a good
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
The parlor director went out of her way with the invitation, so it was difficult to turn her down. I had made
Right.
mental preparations before agreeing to come.
And then it was bigger than you thought
She
as well.
told me that all the guests today would be acquainted with elemental power, and I knew that you would be here.
That's, by the way, that's so freaking lovely, by the way, because that's like something that happens. Like when you're trying to get someone to come to a party, maybe they're a little bit anxious about that stuff, about how people react to them. And like you say, well, look, this person's going to be here. And you're like, oh, Wander's going to be here? It's like, yeah, he's going to be here. It's like, okay, that's fine.
But I didn't expect the other guests to be...
No one would have guessed. I didn't know who was going to be there
General
either.
Capices always said that we should live in the present and enjoy every pleasant surprise.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
Perhaps that's what I should do with what I'm feeling now.
Yeah, it's okay to enjoy it.
But I think he meant designing clothes for those around him.
It applies to everything. It applies to everything.
Clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Brother Bosacius never tried to hide his distaste in front of him. Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. The outfit he wears now was also designed by General Capices himself.
Xiao.
I never saw him wear this during the war. I didn't expect him to start wearing it later.
Hearing Xiao describe the past, because Xiao is a character who, like, I feel like sometimes, and we knew this from earlier on in the interlude, where we know, like, and from all the time we've interacted with Xiao feels like, you know, they don't deserve to really, like, have that, like, normal life. Not only that, but they don't deserve to, like, talk about their own pain, because I think sometimes they feel as though, like, you know, they need to be punished, or they need to be, like, you know, they need to go through pain and all this stuff, and they need to, like, actually, like, feel that sadness. But, like, one of the things I think is so special about this is that whenever Xiao does get to talking about, like, the people that they love and the friends that they made, even when they're talking about us as well, and even these moments they talk about this, how they, you know, to enjoy this type of stuff, it's like Xiao lights up.
Oh, here you are.
Xiao, like,
I'm not intruding, right?
I mean,
You're not.
yeah.
What is it?
Hu Tao saw that everyone's done eating and asked the staff to
Desserts.
bring out the desserts.
Xiao. Some dessert.
Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her dessert without the usual slurping and munching.
No, so anxious that she can't eat. Sounds like she'll be okay.
To be honest, I was kind of worried too.
Yeah?
You looked a little restless just now, and I thought you weren't used to the food here and was planning to head back to Wangshu Inn for something Yan Xiao made.
Shining, you were so sweet.
worrying too much.
You were so sweet. Xiao, don't pull any Lemonestic wind cyclings on us.
Why would I?
Oh,
Anyway,
look at this
let's
turn.
head back.
Look at this turn of the head. That turn of the head's like please, like,
You're
just
worrying
let me
too
be,
much.
just let me be for a second. Look, it's kind of like, please stop, watch.
Why would I?
Because the look lingers like, please.
Anyway, let's head back.
Like, don't start this, you know? It's a very friendly, like, don't start this.
There's another reason why I came looking for you.
Yeah?
Here, take these. I brought them for you.
What are they?
Almond tofu?
Yeah.
Wait, no, listen to that tone of voice. Watch, listen.
For you.
Watch this, listen to the tone of voice.
Take these. I brought them for you.
Almond tofu?
That's, oh, look at the smile as well.
Since the Masterful Chefs competition, you could say that Yan Xiao and I are not only competitors, but good friends as well. I visit him at Wangshu Inn sometimes to discuss our cooking. I heard him say that the esteemed guest on the roof loves nothing more than a good plate of almond tofu, so I learned a thing or two about the dish from him.
I'll be honest. Before Hu Tao invited everyone, she secretly came looking for me, told me about the guests she planned to invite,
Okay.
and asked me for some suggestions on what she should order.
That's really smart.
So I made a few servings of almond tofu for you guys in advance.
Xiangling, that is
Take
the
them as a
sweetest thing in
token
the
of
world.
gratitude
That
for
is
your
so
support.
sweet.
When I told Guoba that I was making these for you, he started eagerly running around the kitchen and
That is getting me so bad in the heart, man. Like, heard about like Xiao, getting made food, and like was like, I got to make a good food, like Guoba did, I guess, for the old times as well, for Ping and Guizhong and for Xinyue as well, like not Xinyue, Xinyun as well, Shanyun. Sorry, I'm so bad at pronouncing names sometimes.
helping a lot too.
So sweet.
Thank you for the trouble. There
The
was
tone
no
of voice
need
is
to-
higher. Yeah, no, yeah, there we go.
I'll take that.
Yes! Yes!
Thank you.
Because that's what we talked about at the interlude as well.
Guoba
Sorry
too.
for pausing again. That's what we talked about at the interlude, was the idea that, like, you don't have to constantly be sorry. And it's also ReZero, one of my favorite shows of all time, right? In ReZero, a line that Amelia says hit me so much, so many times, and it's so funny because that line in that show, I could say it to anyone who doesn't watch anime, and they're like, yeah, that makes so much sense. When you say to someone, a 1,000 sorries is worth one thank you. And it's like, stop saying sorry all the time. Just say thank you. I'm doing this because I want to do this for you.
You're welcome.
Little way, Shang.
Oh, the almond
This is so
tofu I
sweet.
made probably tastes and feels a little different from the type Xiao cooks. Please let me know if there's any improvements I should make.
Okay.
That's all.
Xiao, it's okay to enjoy this stuff,
Alright, we should head back now. We can't
That's
keep
so much
Paimon
growth
waiting.
on Xiao's part. So much growth on Xiao's part. Poor Paimon there had to make small talk. Well done, Xiao. Honestly, it's a big step. It's a massive step for Xiao. Well done.
You're finally done whispering secrets to each other?
Yeah.
So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon.
I feel like we were already there for like 5 minutes. We're pretty quick. You're only angry because you have no sense of time. True. I actually agreed this time.
How could you say that to Paimon? In that case, besides having no sense of time, Paimon will let you know what having no sense of fullness looks like. Your dessert is all Paimon.
You know what, Paimon?
Sorry
You
to
deserve
keep
it.
everyone waiting.
You deserve it. You take it. You take it, Paimon.
No worries, we're all just chatting
I think
here.
the sense of time thing, because I don't want to, obviously it's not an insult to Paimon. It's like when you're waiting for someone to come back to something it's like perceived time. We talked about this in a Genshin video before, in a lore video. The idea of perceived time versus actual time. 5 minutes watching a video of Smosh is 30 seconds in perceived time. But 5 minutes waiting for a pasta to boil is 10 minutes in perceived time. So I guess for Paimon, the 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes we were out there, or 3 minutes we were out there, felt to me like it was just a few seconds because we're having such a conversation, but to her probably felt like 20 minutes because probably very awkward to make small talk, which I totally understand, because to me, if we're understanding of every character, I will always be understanding of Paimon's feelings as well, because even though people might see them as silly, we're rarely apart from Paimon, so it makes sense that she would feel a little bit awkward.
There's no serious business to take care of. Whether we're chatting outside or
Here's the
inside,
thing.
it's
You can
all
have
the
my-
same.
Strike me more like Hu Tao.
Paimon's too busy eating to talk
Oh my
to
god,
you.
we're getting the cold shoulder. I'm
But
sorry,
even though we're
Paimon.
all
I'm really
well
sorry.
acquainted by now, I think this festive gathering deserves something
Paimon's
ceremonious.
the best.
Oh? Is this some local custom?
Nope.
Just a nope.
This is something I made up so that good luck will be on our side. That's all.
Okay.
Spontaneity is the best choice to make here. Let's use this incense burner on the
Look
table.
at this group of people that are
It's been
here.
lit for so long now that the incense is running out. I'll leave refilling and lighting the incense to the most distinguished guest among us all.
They were like, what if everyone here is the tallest person and they just invited short Zhongli as well?
Lighting the incense will signify continuous growth and prosperity in all our endeavors in the new year.
That's really sweet. It's it's
See? Perfect symbolism, as expected of Hu
Venti
Tao.
eternally allowed to clap.
And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhongli.
Oh
I'm
my
not
god.
very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real eye-opener. even for a bard who has traveled all across the world. If knowledge were a form of power, one could even say that you're a wielder of unlimited
Venti.
strength.
But when it comes to having a way with words, the notable bard is certainly one cut above the rest.
There you go.
I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled talent. I am truly impressed.
Zhongli does remember the past very well.
Since we all get to nominate someone.
Oh, Paimon's still this culture. Paimon, you can have all my dessert. You can have all of it.
I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director light the incense.
Oh, that'd be really sweet.
Huh?
You brought this all together.
Don't flatter me just because
That's
I'm
how you
your
brought this all
boss.
together.
We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. As the host, I shouldn't be involved in this discussion at all. Now that we've enjoyed this table full of delicacies, how about we let our one and only chef here do the honors?
Is this really the way this works? I didn't cook any of these dishes.
It's not a big deal. Just look at her. Xiangling, the
Oh my god, like
disciple of
moving all around her as well.
Stove God's best companion, the winner of the Masterful Chef competition.
It's almost like a routine.
The only heir of the famous One Mean
Okay,
restaurant.
Hu was incredible.
A good old friend of mine. There's no better choice.
Why does Paimon feel like we're back at square one
Paimon,
again?
like, it is impossible feel sad. Look at this. It's like a performance.
Please stop. You're making me embarrassed.
Because they're all friends with Xiangling as well, right?
If
Like,
we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the
oh my god, they're all
Commerce
suggesting
Guild
each other.
counts. It's one of the largest commerce guilds in Liyue.
They're all clapping again.
Huh? Don't get me involved in this.
Oh, not a bad choice. With the Commerce Guild's young master lighting the incense, we're all sure to make a
This
huge
is so
summer
nice.
for it in the new year.
That's not how it works. Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish, but it's of lesser importance
Oh my
than
god,
good
these are gonna
health
point to
and
someone else.
happiness. Which means we should choose Chongyun, the skilled exorcist who keeps everyone's home safe from evil spirits.
They're like pointing out each other's strengths as well while they're doing this.
Now you're nominating me? I can't be the one when we have the Conqueror of Demons right here.
And Xiaoyang quickly pass it off to like the person he looks up to.
Adeptus Xiao has the most seniority among everyone here today.
Yeah, you think that?
I refuse.
There we go.
I'm most certainly not the most distinguished guest here.
Is he going to say it's Zhongli?
You should all be able to make the right judgment based on your observations.
Wait, don't.
One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Oh, us. Wait, that's a rare animation. I never see that from us. Xiaoyang followed everyone else. Xiaoyang, look at that. Xiaoyang saw everyone else.
Acquainted with
Watch this,
everyone
look.
else.
Xiaoyang saw everyone else do it, and he's like, okay. Watch. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's right. Even though you're always mocking Paimon, you're still pretty popular with other people.
Paimon, you're the best. You're absolutely the best. You can have all my cake forever.
No, wait. Paimon said she wouldn't talk to you again.
I'm not the only well-connected person here, though. Paimon is.
Huh? Who else is there?
You. Paimon should light it.
Huh?
Paimon should light it. Let Paimon light it.
Paimon's the
Oh my god, yes, it does. Paimon's most distinguished guest. Everyone clap.
Oh, well, that was unexpected.
She deserves
I
it.
agree. Paimon's just the one we need. Without a friend constantly by your side, a long journey would become dreadfully lonesome.
True. So true. Without Paimon, we would not have gotten where we are today. She has supported us. She means the world to us. If I could give her all the cake in the world, I would. I really would.
But once you have someone there to brighten up the atmosphere, everything along the way will
Yes.
become lively
And she's helped us out
vibrant.
so many times.
Ah,
Let Paimon light it.
the traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. But without
Yeah.
Paimon, they would have become quite monotonous.
I was laughing 2 seconds ago. Now I'm feeling
Paimon
kind of
plays
emotional.
an indispensable role in making your journey a happy and smooth one.
Exactly.
You guys.
Oh, Paimon.
Paimon's not used to being
You deserve it.
praised like
You deserve
that.
it.
Those were genuine compliments, right?
Of course, you're the best travel companion ever. For sure.
Thank you.
Our Paimon.
You made Paimon wait for a long time, but Paimon's not mad anymore.
We love you. I love you, Paimon.
Don't take everything to heart, Paimon. Friends tease each other all the
Oh
time.
yeah, you'd say that. You'd say that.
That is indeed
And yeah, you
true.
know all about that.
That means Paimon is as important to the traveler as Guoba is to me.
I'd say so.
Looks like we've come to an agreement. Any
Oh my god,
objections
Paimon's gonna get to
before we
light it.
proceed?
I trust the traveler's judgment.
I can't believe Xiao's here amongst everyone else as well at a party.
And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide,
Oh my god, the different poses. You deserve this, Paimon.
will be refilling and
Yes,
lighting the
yes,
incense
everyone
for
clap.
us.
Paimon deserves this.
Here you go. Take the match and don't burn yourself. But if things go really wrong, here's the 2
For
for
the funeral?
coupon.
No, Paimon's gonna be fine. This is so sweet. Yeah, everyone clap and Paimon clumsily lights the incense. No, Paimon deserves that. Paimon is a character who absolutely deserves that. She takes so much crap and jokes from everyone. She's very sensitive, but she has helped us out so many times. I always go back to the We Will Be United quest, how she instantly knew how to help us right away there. But not only that, but like you look at the Raiden Shogun quest when the Raiden Shogun nearly absolutely destroyed us. Paimon, right in front of the Raiden Shogun, was like trying to shake us awake, desperately trying to shake us awake. We could not do this journey without Paimon. We could not. We could not do this journey without Paimon. I adore her so much. There's no one who deserves it more than Paimon. Now everyone's had to fill delicious food and tea, it's time to say goodbye.
It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your time. You're all free to go as you please.
No, it was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. This whole day was fantastic.
Yep, the tea was amazing too.
You don't have to go all polite on me. Just remember to come when I invite you next time.
We will.
Let's see. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling.
So these are actually
Xingqiu,
friends,
and
right?
Zhongyun
They're
back
actual
home.
friends.
As for the rest of the guests, I'll leave them to our consultant.
No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. There's no need to trouble
stolen
one
away?
such as Mr.
You stolen away?
Zhongli. I think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me anytime.
I would love to. I would love to.
It was great getting to know you all. Let's meet again when the spring breeze begins to blow.
Erica doing such a great job as always.
We should write poetry together sometime.
Man, it's like I was like, no, Venti's gonna pop up in a weird
you
place
all
again,
later,
but I don't want Venti to leave, you know? And look at this crew.
Don't forget to return to the parlor later. There's something I need you to do.
Understood. See you later.
See ya. Thank you so much for
Well
that.
then,
Rex Lapis.
just Zhongli will do. I live as a mortal in
Yeah.
Liyue Harbor now. I am just one among many who begin work at sunrise and retire to rest at sundown. If we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli, I should be respectfully referring to you as Adepti Xiao.
Heaven forbid.
Heaven forbid is a great.
Not you two.
Yeah, we don't want to do it either. Heaven forbid is such a great line, by the way. Like, because it's like, oh God, you know? And especially after, like, because an introvert, you know, having to, like, and I think that Xiao's an introvert, like, kind of like the way I can be an introvert, where I will, like, I'm the type of person that once I get there to, like, a party, I feel great. But it takes a while to get me to the party. You know what I mean? I'm that type of person. Like, once I'm there and, like, it's like, oh, I'm really social and stuff. Not really social, but I guess that's different from Xiao. But, like, Xiao had a good time and, like, was wondering, is it okay for him to have a good time? Which is very different from me, by the way. I'm not trying to compare myself to, like, because that can be so freaking awful. You know when people do that? Like when they're like, wow, he's just like me for real. And it's like, but, like, this character just went through horrible, unspeakable things, and that's why they're finding it hard to go to a party. That's not what I meant, of course, but you guys know that.
I meant what I said. I heard that during the Lantern Rite Music Festival, you conferred with Streetward Rambler and Cloud Retainer. I take it as you've gained a lot more knowledge about
So
the
much
past.
more, and about the future in a way,
The
too.
same truth will sound different coming from different people. As more bear witness to a story, feelings and interpretations expand in variety too. I once had a pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named Soraya, and learned a few things about her research topic. From the evidence she found and the conclusion she made, Her area of research is already very close to the truth. But there are multiple sides to humans and gods alike. In the legends recorded by humans, some gods were depicted as arrogant and condescending, while others were kind and capable.
And some were just really handsome.
But whether to me, Streetwood Rambler, Cloud Retainer, or younger adepti such as Xiao and Ganyu, those adepti and gods that may seem extraordinary to humans are something more akin to close companions. This was as true back then as it is right now. Just how Xiao may seem unapproachable to most, but the Traveler has proved
yes, otherwise. So good.
So there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
I mean,
Xiao.
Zhongli, what you're saying is...
It looks like you understood what I meant. Ah. The director asked me to accompany you on your return, but I don't think you'll need my protection.
Yeah.
I'll be taking a walk around and admiring the night scenery. After that,
I think if I misinterpret, I could misinterpret, but I think what Zhongli was trying to say was like, you know, you have yourself wrong sometimes.
It'll be time for me to go back and meet up with the director. Goodbye for now.
Bye, Zhongli.
Like the perception of yourself?
Everyone's gone now. Paimon always feels a little empty inside when a lively
It can feel that way. It
celebration
can definitely
ends.
feel that way, Paimon.
But at least you always stay by Paimon's
Forever.
side.
Forever.
No. Paimon got it mixed up. Paimon, the best and most
Yeah.
distinguished travel guide, will always stay by your side, Traveler.
Thank you so much, Paimon. You sweetheart.
Good that you were aware of that. Xiao, is there anything else you want to do? We could take you on a tour of Liyue Harbor.
We could buy a house
No
together.
need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The city lights are a fine sight, but it's time for me to leave.
Okay.
The events of today occurred so abruptly. I appreciate your kindness.
Yeah, you don't have to thank us every single time for this.
Okay.
No, it's so nice.
I'll see you next time then.
Yes. And just disappears. That's it. Canonically, we will see them again, and I believe the next time we see them quite a bit. But I remember like the last time we saw them, which took place after this, was Baiju's story quest. But yeah, that's so sweet to me, and it means the world to me to have this, because this was another story that like morphed into a bunch of people's different stories in terms of the Lantern Rite. First of all, I just think the Lantern Rite is just a big celebration of the characters in this game. It's a big celebration of Liyue. It's a big celebration of the past, while also like showing, like we talked about, showing what humans can do in the future and in the present, I suppose, as well. I always think like, you know, when people try to explain like, you know, like when people try to be like, oh, how was this gigantic thing built? You know, like, and some people might see it as like a conspiracy theory or something like that. Oh, it was built by this, or the aliens built this thing or whatever. And like, I'm always like, no, like, look what humans are able to do. Like, isn't it more incredible that like humans are able to do this with Liyue Harbor, you know? It's absolutely incredible. But yeah, this was a story about moving forward. It's a story about like respecting the past, but also understanding that there's a life beyond that as well. There is a life beyond that, and the world doesn't stop moving. And moving along with the world, while it still can be very painful, in the end can be very helpful as well. And I think, you know, to look at the characters of Cloud Retainer, Madame Ping, we can look at Zhongli as well. We can look at Xiao. We can look at Hu Tao in a way too. And I think Hu Tao, just being someone who sends people, you know, on, is also someone who brings people together. You know, someone who says goodbye to people also is able to make people say hello. But yeah, we look at all those characters for like Ganyu as well. The idea of and Shenhe, the idea of like, you know, one's past not being the determining factor all the time of, you know, what the future is. Like, you know, the idea is fate, you know, fully there is like, are you always going to go down the one path? But there is this idea, I feel like, with those characters where, you know, they can respect all the stuff that happened in the past, the sad things that happen, have reverence for the people that are gone, and all those characters do. They talked about it through this whole gameplay and this whole event. But in the end, they realize that, like, you know, one of the most amazing things they can do is move forward. And that's why they are an amazing group of characters. And why I feel like this event is all about like the idea of like celebration and moving forward and understanding and loving what people are able to do and Liyue Harbor is a perfect example of that. It's like an example of like, here's the past, horrible things happened, sad things happened, amazing things happened, but this is what we're doing right now. We're celebrating this stuff right now. We're making friends right now. We're having companionship right now. And I love with a character like Xiao, it always comes back to the idea of like, do I deserve happiness? Do I deserve to have this this feeling? And even feeling awkward, you know, like imagine feeling, you know, he felt so overwhelmed at the idea of even like having a good time at a party, which like, you know, we can understand that in some ways, but obviously not in the exact same way that Xiao does, because for Xiao, it's like, am I going to hurt people at this party? Is it right for me to go at this party? Do I deserve this? Even there was like, look, I've celebrated enough. I'm going to leave. So there was still that feeling of like, maybe I don't want to overindulge, even though we could have gone for a walk. So Xiao obviously like is still, you know, and it's baby steps, right? It's baby steps of what you can achieve, but Xiao is still Xiao, and they don't like disrespect the character in any way like that. I love this. Seeing Hu Tao was amazing. Seeing all the characters together was really, really, really incredible. Yelan took a note from someone. We don't know what that was about at all. I had a blast with this, guys. I had a blast with this. There's a lot coming up still. We are going to Fontaine in the next few weeks. In terms of the certain outsider reactions, I want to finish Georgia for sure. I want to do a cleanup episode where we like clean up a few things. Like make sure we get like the full map, make sure we get all this stuff, make sure we like see a bunch of stuff. We might, if I don't know if we'll put a few other work quests in there as well, but we can always come back to them if we don't put them in there. Because we spent a lot of time. This is like the most we spent on world quests like ever in this game. I think we're like we're nearly 20 hours on world quests just in Sumeru alone. And that's just from like 3 different world quests, you know? And it's I know like some people might be like, well, I kind of want to see this world quest. I think, you know, that's a kind of like a, you know, it's how the game went in Sumeru, is that the world quest became incredibly long, you know? So we can always come back to other world quests as well. The game's not over just because we catch up, and we will be catching up at some point. We have Kaya's Hangout to do. We have the interlude Archon quest to do. The next Archon quest we have... Xiao's Hangout, interlude Archon quest. I know there's lots of conversations about Nahida's birthday event, and I don't want to talk about it too much because, like, you know, I don't know what it is fully. I understand, like, you know, it's not fully voiced, which isn't a problem for me. You guys know I don't mind doing voices, but there's also like this thing of like what will we have to do before we do that? You know what I mean? And what will we have to achieve before we go and do that? And that's always the main thing, because to me, it's like, if it's going to be like a spoiler for something else of a character, and I understand that, like, we'll find out how it works. We'll find out how it works with that game, because it can be any number of things. Because here's the thing, when it comes to that type of stuff, as you've seen here in these events, like, characters showing up is random like crazy. It is random like crazy. We will watch the Lantern Rite 2024 as well, and that will be next after we finish Fontaine. Actually, we'll watch Lantern Rite 2024. And before we move on to Nathlight. So I'm very excited for that. Thank you so much to the Never Gonna Play the Big Gangster here on Patreon. Thank you so much to TieFire02, Jamie Bull, Janet Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Lucius Felix, Yule, Radish, Anusta, Shibata Bed, Malcolm Day, Death Trap, and Links Mark. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.